And welcome back. We're continuing to talk about the Kingsport Carousel, of course, brand new in downtown. Gail Cole is joining me with Engage Kingsport. Thanks for joining me.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
So tell us first off just about your involvement. Obviously, you work with Engage Kingsport, which is a large driving force behind this project. So tell us.
We are the nonprofit organization, the 501c3 organization that was formed to sponsor and shepherd this project through its whole being. I'm the vice president and secretary, and I've helped a lot with the record keeping for all of the many sponsors, artists, carvers, etc.
So she's the logistics person, so to speak, and the numbers person.
The numbers person and the record keeper.
So we are going to go through this carousel by the numbers. So where should we start? Of course, we know there's 32 animals.
There are 32 animals. There are 2 chariots, the Santa train and the stagecoach. We have 24 sweep animals that are up in the rafters of the carousel itself. We have 12 angels. We have 12 butterflies that are unique to our area, butterflies that you would see in Kingsport. We have 24 birds. Those were chosen by Rack Cross, who is our resident ornithologist at Bays Mountain, and they are indigenous to Kingsport too. So if you're an ornithologist or a bird lover, you can come and see your favorite bird on the carousel.
Guaranteed bird sighting.
Yes. And we also have our 24 rounding boards, which are historical depictions of Kingsport locations of importance. They start with the Long Island of the Holston and go all the way through 1956. 1956 is the year that this carousel was built, and so that's the reason that that date was chosen. But you'll find places that are still in Kingsport and a couple of places that aren't here any longer, but are an important part of our history.
And each animal represents something. So take us kind of from top to bottom and point out a few of the things that represent, the heart of Kingsport.
Okay. We have a wolf named Adahi. In 2009, there was a serious storm and a tree fell in Bays Mountain and knocked down the chain link fence. 5 of our wolves escaped. 4 of them were returned, not returned, we lured them back with food. The 5th one never returned, and that was Adahi. So Milton Nelson, one of our carvers, chose that animal to carve, and he has written a poem, and there's a little story that goes with that, because Adahi has returned to Kingsport through the Kingsport Carousel.
And there's even a little scroll that's inside of Adahi that tells the story, so it's almost like a time capsule too.
There is. We have another time capsule that's on the frog. Frog stands for Fully Rely on God. We have a chip that has all the information about how the carousel was built. Like an SD card,
right?
Yes, and that can be pulled and played, and it tells how the carousel was built and how it started and all that.
So leaving legacies, of course.
Yes, indeed.
And not only did individuals get involved, but businesses got involved, of course, to make this possible. It's not a cheap task.
No, it's very expensive. Our largest animals were $7,000 each to sponsor. The middle ones were $6,000, and the inside ones were $5,000. I'll tell you a story about the cougar. Its name is Domtar. We have Domtar as one of our important businesses in Kingsport, and they make a paper product called Cougar. So that's how they chose their particular animal.
So if you see the cougar that has the Domtar logo on it, that's why those are together.
That's right. Linview Lynx is carved by 2 men who went to Linview, and there is a ring, a class ring, that was carved separately. It's as detailed as any ring that one would wear, and that's there. And there have been lots of people who wanted to be the very first one to ride on the Linview Lynx. It's real popular.
Yeah, the little paw just has that ring. It's cute as can be.
Be sure to look for that. The detail on all of these is just amazing.
It is so amazing.
The lion has such intricate detail and beautiful paintings. The dragon's scales are 2 scale and get smaller as you go up the neck. each one is a work of art.
It's truly amazing, and Bays Mountain's represented. Of course, there's the log, and a lot of people are like, who wants to ride on a log? But you say there's 14 animals hidden in the
There are
log?
14 little critters, and you can try and see if you can find them all. One's inside, so you have to look in a lot of places.
And of course, you mentioned the two sitting functions of the Santa train and the stagecoach. Of course, we all know what the Santa train represents, but the stagecoach represents, of course, Kingsport's past and the founding and the heritage of that.
Yes.
And goes back even close to Netherland Den. You could tie that into so many things in our history.
Right, and its creation, its design matches what would have gone by the Netherland Inn. That's how it was designed. The Santa train is handicapped accessible. It is available for anyone who wants to ride. Anyone can access the Kingsport Carousel. The bench can be removed and a wheelchair locked in place, and or if you just choose to ride and don't want to go up and down.
So everyone can enjoy it.
It's available for everybody.
Gail, thank you for taking us through the numbers of this beautiful piece.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back.